Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another fun-filled episode of the Blerd Assassin Podcast. Host Rob, my partner in crime, Stelios. Yeah.
Am I still Stelios?
Are you still Stelios?
I'm not on Facebook no more.
Oh yeah, you in
They
jail.
don't like me around here.
How long you in jail for, man?
No.
Usually it's 30-day ban.
It was 30. I mean, I don't know.
They
They
extended
it's been 30, but I don't know. I mean,
You didn't make parole.
You know, like I have consecutive sentences sometimes.
Yeah, them 30-day bans be a bitch, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you extend it past that,
back.
yeah, that's rough, bro. I don't know.
Fuck them,
So you Wayne today?
No, I'm gonna be Stelios.
It's Stelios still. Okay, there it is.
Ride it out.
Ride it out. There we go, man.
I'm working on a couple more though.
The Illuminati.
If I have to come back, I'm coming back hard. It's gonna be short lived. So I have to do a new one.
That's funny. But yeah, it's been a very exciting first couple weeks of the new year. Our last podcast, we tried to basically provide some insight on why we should have appreciated the previous year and making it through all that bullshit. And lo and behold, we got introduced to a whole nother bucket of bullshit this year. Totally unexpected.
Hold my beer, 2020.
Yeah, hold my fucking beer, man. What else? It was, what was it, January 6th?
Entertaining, January 6th.
I don't know what we're gonna call them, man. What do they call them?
I don't know. It was like the Don't Tread on Me riot.
Don't Tread on Me riot with the.
It was like if you didn't believe in white guilt before this, hold my beer. 2020.
Right, hold my beer. 2020.
This is.
Yeah. It was. A bunch of angry white people. I don't know what the group.
Oh, I said white guilt. I meant white privilege. Yeah,
white privilege.
White guilt is that thing I don't believe in. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
But it was. I don't know what to call. We don't know what to call them. There was no organized group. It was several groups. In fact, it was the QAnon. It was Christian Dominist. It was.
I hope some of the Proud Boys was there because they talked.
I think that was hiding, but hiding in plain sight. I'm almost positive they were there. A couple of regular straight up MAGA people, Trump supporters were there. Then you had the neo-Nazis.
Had the Shaolin Moose.
Shaolin
Moose monk, whatever.
That guy. We'll get to him in a minute. And some, I guess, Confederate sympathizers, Confederate believers, or whatever. I don't know, but all these groups of
bunch of brother cousins,
white people, banded together for a common goal. We don't know, whether what that common goal was, but we seen
thuggery.
Yeah, it was looked like thuggery to us, and
everything
everything that they were judging, primarily people of color and black people about this past summer, in regards to the protest of George Floyd, Mr. Arbery, Breonna Taylor. They were condemning those type of protests, but this protest went so much farther beyond that.
The same people that was giving me lectures about you don't damage property when you are upset.
When you're upset.
Policy was out there tearing shit up and taking selfies of themselves doing it.
Here's my thing. How do you wake up with the mindset, I'm gonna go to the Capitol building, and not only am I gonna go there, I'm gonna storm that place. And not only am I going to storm the Capitol building, I'm going to go home that night and sleep in my bed.
There's only one way you wake up that way. As a Caucasian.
As a Caucasian, I can't believe
Black people don't even use the word storm. We don't storm shit. Storm and get you shot.
And that was a demonstration of storming a building. They stormed the Capitol building. They were climbing shit. Monkeys.
I saw one of them snatch his coat off and turn his hat around and square it with the police. Do you know, that's invite. We're inviting them to get shoot us. Don't even stand next to that motherfucker. He about to catch bullets from like seven different ways. I didn't.
Yeah, and just batons, just swinging at everybody's head, But they were squaring up with the police.
They didn't even swing at the
talking shit. Yeah.
I saw how they swing when they fucking mad. They swing for defense. They was like, hey, don't do it. There's a lot of flinching.
Yeah, a lot of feints. They was fainting, little shitty feints. But nothing happened. I watched that entire thing unfold. My brother called me man, are you watching this? I'm like, no. What do you mean? Man, turn on CNN. They're raiding the Capitol. I'm like, bullshit. And then he called me back no, they're really raiding. They were just outside. And they were really raiding the Capitol building. And nothing was happening. Nobody was getting pummeled, beat, the police weren't lined up outside. Like, and here's my thing: like, they had a rally that day. Trump was out there, you know, basically calling them all to arms. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, he whipped them into a frenzy. Exactly.
William Wallace, he like, let's today.
Today is the day we're gonna go.
Today.
And he hyped them up. He like, if you go watch that speech.
But then he went to the White House and he didn't go.
Hey, but he hyped them all up and they went. They went. That was the biggest presidential head fake ever. Damn. And they went. They actually went down there, a united front, okay, and stormed the Capitol building.
But
and
I mean, they predicted an explosion. That was more like a fart.
It was. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't really.
It was more like embarrassing. Like, how dare you, motherfuckers? You know, like, you don't even have all your teeth, and you running up in here and taking selfies. Like,
man, they took their weak.
That shit look like Alabama won. It like Alabama won the title.
Exactly.
I think it looked just like show a fucking Alabama parade and show that shit and tell me pick them out.
Looks just the same.
I bet you can't.
I don't get it though, man. Like, well, I do get it, but I watched it expecting rubber bullets. Like, here come the tear gas. Nah. You know, you see security guards just running and shit, like, from these people with guns. They have guns themselves. Like, why aren't you doing any leg shots? You know what I'm saying? Like, non-lethal force against these people. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're trained to do, unless it's just trained to do it against black people.
Like, you know, like damn near giving them the right on as they're walking by. Like, man, give them hell while you're in there.
Like clearing a pathway.
What it was is like, you know, when they look at Black Lives Matter coming at them, or, you know, whoever, they don't see themselves. When they looked at Rusty and fucking Jimbo and the rest of them running up there screaming, "Don't tread on me," they saw like, that's my uncle. That's my cousin.
That's my cousin. Hold up, that is my cousin.
Oh,
holy
shit, that really is Jimbo. Hey, Jimbo, give him hell. Yeah, they ain't about to shoot them. You know, they can show restraint
when they want to,
when it matters.
Yeah,
you know, like they showed me. Like, I thought poor white trash and minorities was on the same level, because, you know, green was the only color that mattered. But in the end, you know, like, you know, they are trash and they are poor and they look like idiots, but they're Jimbo, you know, so I can't shoot them, you know. But if Jimbo name is Jerron or Tyrone, you know,
catch a bullet, catch a couple of them.
Yeah. I mean, he's scary. You know, he's fucking 6'5". He's running at me.
I was in fear of my life.
Yeah,
you know.
And look, they did shoot that one chick who's on the fence, but
like a fucking monkey,
she
like
was screaming like a banshee coming over the wall. Like, it was terrifying.
I could see somebody being scared. For, holy shit, this bitch is gonna jump through.
I saw a rant of her while she was driving.
Spazzing. And this thing, I don't want to wish death on anybody, but I could see why she would have got shot. You know, acting the way she did. I see how any of them could have got shot.
I don't wish death on anybody.
Yeah, but hey, I'm not surprised when it happens.
I have something to say about it.
Right, you know, and it was, you
people
know.
get shot every day, B.
Every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Breonna Taylor got shot in her home, in the comfort of her home, doing nothing.
She wasn't climbing no fence.
Wasn't climbing no fence, trying to attack a cop.
Like, if I have a gun pointed at you, say I get off that damn fence. If you have a gun pointed at me and say get off that damn fence,
I'm getting off that gun.
Before you even say like fence, like, I'll be down. Like, all right, you got get yours.
Just that swift drop. We didn't climb down.
Get yours, B. Get yours. But you got it today. She said she was like enraged. Like, how dare you? This is my house. We paid for this. That's what they were saying as they was coming in.
And I don't get that. Like, for somebody to be, I mean, these groups are all about, you know, America and the home of the free, and, you know, Trump signed that order that, you know, against destruction of, you know, monuments and shit like that. And these are the same people he did that for, you know, to appease during the protest or some riots this summer. They were doing the same goddamn shit. And my thing is, okay, now that the dust is semi-settled.
Those were very fine people he was talking about.
They were very fine people.
Yeah. He whipped them into a frenzy,
and then they went nuts. And
I mean, he's like, that's like inciting something, you know, a riot or something. But he should go to jail for that.
He should definitely go to jail for that, man. It's like inducing panic. Like, if you're in the middle of a crowd and yell bomb and everybody fucking acts in a frenzy, you go to jail for that shit.
Really, he looked like the leader of a revolt, you know, and that's fucking illegal last time I checked. You know, like, that's not how we do things around here. Yeah, that's treason. But, you know, privilege of certain people.
Right,
I think
the
will prevail
melanin
again.
deficient.
Yeah, I think it will prevail again here. We'll see. I mean, he's allowed to have a chick. His first lady got pictures that I've viewed more than once. You know, like just to make sure I saw what I saw, because they was talking about Michelle had a dress on that didn't have sleeves one time, so double standard. I don't know.
And she whack.
Privilege. I don't know. Yeah, and she looked like Steven Tyler. I know.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, I posted them side by side before. Like, I don't know. You've never seen them in the same place at the same time.
It could be. Look into it. Check it out.
Reggie Miller and his sister.
But it was.
Seen them at the same
time. I don't know. Like the fact that because I was just like many people of color, we were watching to see what happened, and we were watching to see. Okay, they're gonna wind. They have to treat them the way they treat us, obviously, we're just waiting for that shit to happen. That was the shittiest ending to a movie ever. Like, I haven't been that disappointed since
Right.
It Follows, or you know what I'm saying, it Comes at Night. Like, that was how disappointing that ending to that movie was. I was expecting so much more. I was expecting tear gas in the Capitol building. Didn't happen. Okay, there's a fucking there's an order of a curfew, 6 o'clock. I stayed glued to the TV. Waiting till 6 o'clock, like it's about to go down. It's going down, and nothing happened.
And poof.
Nothing happened. Worst
we got some
ending.
videos of some pigs running. I'd always like to see that.
It was running.
He
got promoted. The black guy.
Oh, which one?
The black guy who was running. He's like the head of Kamala's security detail or something. And I don't know. But here's the story.
Totally in charge.
Here's the story that they're saying. They're saying that he was like basically acting scared and baiting them away from where Congress was. They said that's what he did. Like he like the hallway, like they came up. He's like, hey.
Beat up. Like, man, I saw how you was like throwing your face into his fist to get him tired. I saw that shit. Yeah, you was like baiting him away from kicking your ass. You know,
that's the story. That's the story. So I don't. But when I first seen it, I was like, man, why ain't he pulling out his gun and kneecapping these motherfuckers, man? So a couple shin shots would have stopped that crowd in that hallway immediately. One for one motherfucker, another one for the next person who fucking felt ballsy after the first guy got shot. Nobody else wants to limp after that, man. They're sitting there bloody screaming. Yeah, you just stopped that crowd.
They showed great restraint, you know.
Oh, excellent restraint.
Showed great restraint.
Excellent
Those
restraint.
definitely wasn't the bad apples that just shoot, you know, and then ask questions later. They fear for their life.
Yeah.
You know, even though a crowd of
or
thousands.
Are they?
A crowd of thousands is not even a scary thing for them. You know,
yeah.
That was great restraint.
Yeah.
I'm proud of those guys.
That was it was crazy, man. Once they got in, my thing is like, have you seen the footage of them inside?
There would have been 25 Negroes.
Oh.
They would have shot 24 of them, left one to stand trial, and they probably would have came and arrested us. Like, man, y'all probably knew something about it.
Y'all knew something about it.
They would have arrested, like, 1,700 collateral Negroes.
Yeah.
Like,
put us all in Guantanamo Bay.
There would be no Black Lives Matter after this. Like,
niggas be too scared.
It'd be two birds with one stone.
Meaning at speakeasies to talk in the basement about Black Lives Matter.
They showed great restraint, though, in the face of the militia.
The militia.
I'm disappointed in the million militia, army or mafia or whatever it was supposed to be. That was supposed to show up today at the inauguration.
They didn't do shit. The sequel sucked even more than the original. Like, nothing happened. I was expecting they gonna show up and they getting shot this time. Nothing fucking happened. It went off without a hitch, which is, I guess that's what
we're happy.
We're happy it did go,
transfer of power.
But y'all motherfuckers talked
like
a lot of shit.
I struck out. The Buckeyes lost the championship. The Browns lost to the Chiefs, and then
the Proud Boys
no Proud
didn't
Boy
show
massacre at all. Like,
nothing,
what the fuck is it? It's the worst. 2021 is not really. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
But they talked all that shit. Like back to when they first made it in. When they made it in, it was like they didn't know what the fuck to do. They didn't know where they were going. They didn't have the place mapped out. When they finally made it to the
first move is go steal a sign off of a fucking door.
Something.
And take pictures of.
They take selfies.
They were taking pictures of documents. Like I think it was the fucking. It said 2 egg rolls and fucking sweet and sour sauce. It was the lunch menu. It was the fucking. It was something.
We got these motherfuckers now. Nothing. I seen them like they pulled up Christie's votes and they were so stupid. They like, oh, he's voting against us, and some are like, no, he voted for us. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nothing. Like, just idiots. They didn't know what they were looking for. They got into that hall where the Senate meets, and they were just surprised they made it in. It's like a dog who eats the steak and gets away with it. Like, oh, okay, now what?
It was pretty bad. It was.
The one guy sitting there, the one guy running around with zip ties. he was planning something. Like, you don't come nowhere with a pocket full of zip ties, and a weapon on you.
Can you imagine the ones who was serious, like their heart was beating off fast, and like they was climbing walls, and they felt like shit. This is the revolution. This is going down, and now it looks like clown shit that we talk about on here.
You look like idiots. You look like fucking idiots.
Yeah,
like
and now you got fed time for that.
Hopefully, it sounds like they're getting off with slaps to the wrist.
Yeah.
Violent.
What Republicans are calling for us to move on. Like in the name of healing the country.
Yeah, healing the country.
And, not letting them be divided. Like, we already decided that the divide is not as significant as they think because y'all are minority clowns. Like, y'all gonna lose from here on out. So fuck them. I mean, I don't know. Welcome to being a minority, motherfuckers. Because we don't really give a fuck with y'all.
How you like them apples, man?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, man, y'all like some N-bombs now.
But that layer of privilege still exists, man, because they're getting off with slaps on the wrist. Slaps on the wrist, disorderly conduct. This is the charge for these treasonous acts.
Disorderly conduct.
Violent entry.
No,
what about treason? Like, this motherfucker showed up with zip ties, clearly gonna hurt somebody. A cop got killed. The cop, they swear that they're backing with their shitty little blue line on the American flag and shit. They killed a cop. Like, everybody who they have been...
They were calling those pigs traitors and everything else. They was calling them pigs. They was acting like me. And this is them. Like, they stand with law enforcement. They got all them flags in their front yard.
Right. And the guy got killed. Like, everybody involved, everybody that you see on CNN, like, hey, we got this person, needs to be charged with the murder of that police officer. That's how the law works. It's supposed to work that way. If you commit a crime and somebody dies during that crime, you are held accountable for it.
Right.
Like, everybody that they're catching should first be brought up on murder charges, and treason. Like, these people need to be hanged.
Violent entry and disorderly conduct sound like some shit happened at Chuck E. Cheese. Like I had too many, and we had some baby mama drama or some shit at Chuck E. Cheese, and I ended up piecing somebody up or whatever happened. But like, what?
You're just trying to get
it doesn't sound very serious. It don't sound like it's never happened in the history of America since they burnt that motherfucker down. But that was the British people. This was us. That was y'all. It wasn't us. That was y'all.
Yeah. It's y'all. It's them and us.
It's a whole lot of y'all shit going on.
They were asking. They're like, "Where's Nancy Pelosi? If you're screaming, "Where's Nancy Pelosi?" What are you planning on doing? You need to go to jail.
This woman is 150 years old.
What are you gonna do with her? You can't even grab her wrist hard without her probably having a heart attack or something, bro. Like, what were you planning on doing? And I'm not defending this old lady because I don't care about Nancy Pelosi.
This motherfucker.
Oh yeah, man.
Suffocating.
You're standing right underneath it, bro. But yeah, like I'm not the biggest fan of Nancy Pelosi. I'm not gonna just defend her. So ever since the Kente Cloth incident
here, if they would have actually been a little more organized and got a couple of them, I wouldn't be heartbroken.
Not at all.
I don't care which one you drag out.
It'd be more shit like, okay, let's see how this plays.
I'm just playing. I don't want any.
I would have wanted to see how it play out.
Kill a bunch of politicians. That would ruin my day. I'm just playing.
But yeah, I would.
Glad they were just.
They were just stupid. They were too stupid to be. They were too stupid to be organized more.
They should have had the circus music playing when they bust in. That shit playing.
I mean, that was comical, man. That's how the rest of the world views us.
When the guy with the bullhorn showed up, somebody should have said. So nobody said anything. Nobody was like, "Hey, this is kind of gonna make us look silly on here," or they was like, "Nah, fuck it."
Well, the guy showed up. His name is Jake Angeli, the guy with the horns and shit. Now he's saying he's in jail right now, saying his mom's speaking, saying he's upset because they won't feed him. What?
Don't blame the mushrooms.
The vegan
Do
food.
Not blame the mushrooms.
Is he blaming mushrooms?
They always want to blame the mushrooms.
Probably. But he's saying his mom's saying he refuses to eat or he's uncomfortable because they won't give him vegan food or
in prison.
Yeah, in prison.
In captivity.
Yeah, like man. It's not his eggs aren't from cage free free range chickens.
Them chickens was scared a little bit when they laid these eggs. And I don't play that shit.
Like, bruh, like
what
like you should have thought of that before you fucking. That's privilege, man. That is privilege just shining through. Like, we have so many examples of white privilege in that particular situation that occurred.
And this goes out to my buddies who like to say, I just worked a 12-hour shift, got home and checked the mailbox. None of my privilege checks were there. I had it hard and I worked hard for what I got. We get it. But did you see this shit?
Did you see this shit, man?
And you know me. If you know me and you're an electrician, if I was there and we ran up in there like that, you'd have never seen me again.
Nope.
Cut it out. So I'm just saying, privilege does exist.
It exists,
The
y'all.
fact that you can get mad and like, you know, mistake something the way they did. They thought this was like the revolution. You know, like tyranny is dead, and they was running in. We gonna be remembered as patriots and shit. Like you like clowns, but
like
they
idiots.
thought it was something that it wasn't. When you do shit like that, you gotta have the backing of the rest of the population.
Rest of the population.
It was already decided we don't back that shit.
Yeah, we don't fuck with y'all.
We laughing our ass off right now. Like we're glad a lot of you aren't dead. You know, because we don't like people to get killed. But we don't understand why a lot of you aren't dead.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like I can't believe that shit.
Should have been a couple bullets dealt out that day, man.
You know, the flag.
A couple rubber bullets
Should be at half staff in front of a lot of trailers right now. The whole trailer park community should be like, I don't believe they just fucking killed Rusty and them. Yes, they did. Big John, Jimbo, all of them, they gone. They gone. The moment you like was scaling the wall,
they should have been getting shot in the
scaling
back.
the fucking wall.
Should have had oil up
We
there.
don't use
like
words
the
like scale.
Yeah.
We don't use words like storm. We use words like oh shit, tuck and run.
Like they shooting.
Yeah, here they come.
Here come the tear gas.
The boys, here come them people. Yeah, we like
we ain't
no,
storming
like,
shit.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? And
I better learn how to sing and like to do some spirituals and shit. Like well, I don't know what y'all gonna call them, but you know, better learn how to sing about your oppression.
Gospels.
Yeah, some gospels.
Some gospels.
Yeah, y'all better learn how to do that shit, man.
But that's and it's I don't know, man. It's a subculture. It's a subculture of America. Like these
I can't
type
believe
of
the
people.
outrage. It's like the Karen virus spread to the dudes too. And it was like, I want to speak to the manager. And they talking about Pelosi. What the fuck is wrong with
They
y'all?
want to beat up Nancy Pelosi. They wanted to put their hands on old ass.
The shit
Nancy
was so
Pelosi.
funny. Like I didn't have anything left in the tank to even watch the inauguration today. I forgot it happened. I wish I could talk about it more in depth.
I watched it. It was
Good.
uneventful,
He
which
gonna
is
get y'all
good.
together.
It was uneventful, which was good. You know, none of the fucking terrorists, attacked.
Yeah, I thought I missed it. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
you didn't miss
how many
shit.
laid
Like I
out in the
said,
front
man.
yard of the White House?
Like I told you, the sequel was
No.
fucking more boring than the
Yeah.
original, man. And it
I
was,
didn't even have no, like, my brothers was like, we should be feeling some pride, black women and all that. And when I turned it on, first thing they said was, the first woman of Asian descent. And I was like, what? And I turned it off. Like, oh, I was looking for I turned the wrong shit on. I was looking for the one about Kamala and them, but Kamala Harris. Like, what? Hey, all right.
It's crazy. What I did like about Biden's speech is he addressed white supremacy as well as it was white supremacy and domestic terrorists. Domestic terrorists.
That's what they are.
Because that's what they are. And there's never been a president who, not even Barack, who would address white supremacy and domestic terrorism. At least somebody did it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they fucking effectively go out there, it's cool as long as it's, that's another story. But the fact that it's been addressed, it's on paper, it's in the history of his inaugural speech that he addressed white supremacy and domestic terrorism.
In the same breath. Because damn near always is one and the same.
Yeah.
Very rarely. Like if it's a mass shooting and it's a black dude, like he probably was hanging around a bunch of them.
Right.
Or all them motherfuckers pissed him off, and he came to get them. He might have got one or two collateral ones, but he didn't just started picking them off like that shit. Like if a black dude could bring a gun to school, he came to shoot JoJo. He didn't come to shoot the whole classroom. No. So like that terrorist shit, like we ain't that.
It's typically them, man. And,
Yeah.
so that was a plus, and he spoke of unity, and which is what I guess the phrase of the day with Congress right about now.
Unity, yeah. And that's what they're trying to pass, that we need to get past this shit and don't impeach Trump, pass that off as unity.
Fuck that
No,
shit.
it's a little late for that. Y'all got to take a spanking first. Then we can talk about unifying.
Right.
And really, fuck them. You got both houses and you got the presidency. See, this is what Barack didn't do right. He should have jammed liberalism down their throat. Like, this is what I believe in, and you're going to believe in it too. And tell me how it tastes. But Joe Biden, you watched him not do it right. It's time for Joe. He talked that shit about he's tough. He's blue collar. Jam some blue collar down your throat. I heard him. He was going to sign a bunch of executive orders, about the environment and Corona. I didn't hear shit about that tax code that's fucking me over. So Joe, get rid of that tax code.
Right.
Like that's ridiculous. That should have been number one on the list. That, and you got to do something about the Supreme Court. Because that domestic terrorist right before you, he ruined it, and you need to put Barack, Michelle, and two two colonizers of your choice.
Yeah, throw GW in there. I like it. Nah,
fuck no. GW, no.
He'll vote whatever way Michelle vote, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I just don't like. Oh no, man.
Hey man, but they like him. That's a win right there.
GW. That's how fucked up Trump was.
Hey,
it's like we forgot all that shit he did, and like and plus we saw a little picture of Michelle patting his head, and he's like, oh
man, hey, he was like her old ass pet. Man.
He ain't had a boner in 30 years.
He did that.
Michelle brought him back to life.
Funny, but yeah, like it's no. I wanted to wait. I was gonna do a show like the day it happened, but I'm like, it could be more.
Oh yeah,
it could be more. I just want to see everything unfold because they were like, "Oh, the inauguration, it's going
all the guns and all the bullets for that.
What?
For that? Maybe something gonna happen tomorrow. Maybe they
something might happen tomorrow. Maybe they just waiting for shit to die down.
But man, fucking 9mm animal was hard to come by. Like I want to do a lot more shooting than I've been doing, and you motherfuckers got all the bullets and you didn't do nothing.
All the bullets,
you didn't do nothing.
Shit, they talked all that shit, bruh. All that shit. Like, if he voted in, we're going to see America have an uprising. Then they fucking went in. The inauguration of January 20th. If he that's not going to happen.
A lot of the guys I work with every day, I spend more time with them than my family. And I hear a lot of this shit. And, like, they were strapping up. And I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, we making decent money. They're spending half that money every week on guns and bullets. And I'm like, damn. Whatever comes, you ready for it. But how many guns can you shoot at one time? Cause
they'd be like Isaac Hayes,
like,
I'm gonna get you
strapped up like Isaac. Like I'm like, I don't know, but I mean, I got my share of toys, but
as every man in America should. It's our God-given right as Americans.
When you bought 3 ARs, like how many ARs are you gonna shoot?
One for me, one for my son, one for me, Ma.
Yeah, one for me, Ma. Yeah, Annie Oakley. Yeah. I don't know, but I was a little disappointed. It kind of fizzled out. Maybe tomorrow. There's always tomorrow, Proud Boys.
I want to see what they'll do. But this is my thing.
They should go to Guantanamo. The bitch who did this picture on top, that one, the one who had his feet up in the chair.
Oh, posted.
Yeah. Guantanamo.
These people need to be treated like terrorists.
Guantanamo.
Like all of their emails and fucking everything needs to be motherfucking just combed through. Mm-hmm. Everything. They need to be treated like terrorists. We need to see these people treated like terrorists. That's the whole thing. That's my biggest point. These people are terrorists. They did all this shit in the name of America, and that's not what America is.
The women, man. Have you seen the video? The women are like damn near as rowdy as the guys. Like, they're just egging them on. Like, man, just arrest like 1,500 of the women. The dudes won't know what to do. Karen's in jail. They're going to make a documentary about that shit. Boy, I would love to see all the women terrorists locked up and do a documentary over the year. Over a year. Watch them break. Watch them break. Ooh, that shit would be so... Can you imagine the smell in there, though? Yuck. Yeah.
Smell like wet dog.
I knew you was going to go to the wet dog. I knew you. I was like, I ain't going to say it.
I got to say it. I'm sorry.
Wet dog and albino.
Just albino
chimps.
Baloney. Freckles.
We just got a little racist. We're not doing it. That's them.
But nah,
when they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
No, when they go low, we stomp on them.
But yeah, I don't know. These people need to be, just basically purged from society. Just like a foreign terrorist, a domestic terrorist needs to be treated, with even harsher results, in my opinion, because you're here doing the fucking damage. You're a citizen of this country doing the fucking damage that we fear outsiders are fucking planning to do to us. Like. That's the biggest difference. You're worse. American terrorists, domestic terrorists are worse than foreign terrorists because these people don't give a shit. They're not supposed to give a fuck about us. They're not supposed to give a fuck about Americans. They're supposed to give a fuck about. Yeah. You are fucking treasonous traitors, and I treat them like the Confederates. They all need to be treated like Confederate soldiers.
A lot of them are the
Confederacy. Like, why is this shit being stomped out, man? Like, you should not be able to wave that fucking flag, that treasonous fucking flag.
Did you know in the South they teach the Civil War as the War of Northern Aggression? Google that shit. I think I'm playing. Until like 2013, it was in their fucking textbooks. Like, they had to fight to get it out of there. Just Google that. That's a little side project,
I believe it.
War of Northern Aggression.
I believe it.
That's a thing.
That's why they still fly that treasonous flag. That shit should not be allowed to be flown in America. We should look at that shit as the same as a Nazi flag. But for some reason we don't.
You know why? Because the Republican base is what the Republican base is, and they're not allowed to anger them to the point of, like, they're calling just this small group, thugs and unpatriotic, and this is bullshit, basically. But really, that's all of them. Just only some of them had access and the nuts at the same time to run up in there and look like idiots and get arrested for felonies.
Crazy brave. And
I wonder are those going to be felonies? Those should be felonies.
They should definitely fucking be felonies.
You get caught with a fucking blunt in the wrong federal building, that's a felony. And these motherfuckers ran in here, with combative intentions.
With armor.
Yeah.
With armor and weapons. Like, I don't understand, like, how...
They found 2 pipe bombs. Now everybody should go to prison.
Everybody should go to prison, man.
All y'all know something about
it. These are treasonous acts, man. Like, treat them
bombs.
just like Al-Qaeda.
I just watched that Unabomber shit on Netflix, and I know white people telling, like, family members. So somebody know who put them pipe bombs there.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before they call up. Whoever it is, they wife's gonna make them. I saw that shit, and Unabomber's brother, he was like hard for like 2 seconds. I'm not turning my brother in. And she looked at him and said, all right, babe, come on, let's go. So I know how y'all do it. And they will find who did that shit.
It was Remy from Higher Learning.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking Remy's.
They mama's been telling on them. So there's no way you can hide, dude. As soon as they knock on your mama's door, she telling. She gonna give him a box of shit. Like, here you go. This is what he used to jack off to and everything. Like, everything you need to know about Rusty. Right here in his box.
Bruh, and it's like they're treating them too softly, man. These people are fucking... You don't even need to be hearing from these people, man. When, like, the terrorists get snatched up, Guantanamo, you don't hear from these motherfuckers no more. They don't get no more voice, no nothing. If you're a terrorist, if you're treasonous, you get locked in a fucking cell. No window.
If you're a like shit, and you get locked up too far down south, they don't hear from you no more.
Don't hear from you no more, man.
They ain't got to be down south, really, but definitely, if you go down past that Dixie line.
Mason-Dixon.
Yeah, you go past that shit, and yeah, they call that Bobo's farm. You don't come back from Bobo's farm.
No, it's I don't know. Like this is a prime example, y'all, that what white privilege is, and that's why black people, we're not even upset. We're just, I guess, befuddled would be the word. Just like confused, like amazed, stupefied, like at the fact that this is happening so blatantly. These people are terrorists. They've done much more than any fucking rioter did in fucking Philadelphia or Baltimore or Dayton or wherever the fuck. They did way worse.
Right.
Way worse.
And we just watching the show. I want to watch y'all spin it. I'm still watching the show because law enforcement has got to step in here and do something, or you look like clowns.
No, they look like they're siding with them motherfuckers, right. Which is
like
more than likely the same goddamn thing.
Where they was like, come on, hurry up.
Bruh, I refuse to believe. It's already been proven that white supremacists and white supremacist organizations have infiltrated all sectors of law enforcement, like throughout the country. I refuse to believe that these fucking organizations, these terrorist organizations, have not also infiltrated law enforcement all over the fucking nation, man. They're siding with them. They are. I give a fuck. They clearly have.
That's why I think the word infiltrated, I don't think that's correct.
What do you say? Well, yeah, they're sneaking into it.
Comprises law enforcement.
Right.
No, not sneaking. I'm saying that this is who they are.
Yeah.
They don't have to sneak in, and they don't even care do you hate blacks? I doubt that's a question on the questionnaire. Do you hate blacks? Because that's an automatic, deal breaker. No, right. They're gonna say, well, don't do that. Don't hate them so much.
Right.
Don't hate them with your knee on their neck. Just don't do it like that, okay? But I don't think infiltrated. I think white supremacists comprise law enforcement. Like the majority of them know of a person there who hates blacks or hates minorities or hates somebody, or they themselves feel that way, or they daddy did, but I've overcome it.
Right.
Until the pressure is applied. And
you fucking nigger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I don't. Yeah, infiltrated. I believe a lot of it was created. Like a lot of it, the sheriff original thing was go get them runaway slaves. Law enforcement was built for that. Like to keep these certain people in line.
Yeah.
And it's still that way. So I don't think infiltrated. No. I think they welcome with an open arms.
Right.
Like, we can mold you into a good, decent peace officer, despite the fact that you hate them Negroes, or you ain't never seen them Negroes, never even seen them. But now we're going to give you a badge and a gun to police them. So I don't think infiltrated is the word because you don't have to sneak into that shit. Like, they don't care.
As long as you don't say it. It's a don't ask, don't tell
if
type
you go
thing.
past that Dixie line, it's like shit. This is how we are around here. Like, you know, morning, negra. Like, they ain't even mad at you.
Hey, cock-a-doodle.
Morning, negra. Yeah, morning, negra.
Yeah.
You one of the good ones. I ain't even gonna bust your head today.
Yeah.
Keep your nose clean.
I mean, it's. I think, like you're saying, it's a part of their culture.
So,
it's visibly, obvious. It's a part. It's their culture. So, like I said,
it's certainly not a deal breaker. Like,
it's not a deal breaker.
It's not a big thing. Like drug use, used to be on their application. Within the last 5 years, and that's gradually turned into, you didn't smoke a joint yesterday, did you? All right, well, come on, sign up. Like, I don't know. I don't think they have to infiltrate shit.
They don't.
I think
you're right.
They can be in a group text with people who claim to not be racist and say nigger, 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 nigger. I hate niggers. And
which has happened.
Yeah, and the ones who aren't racist will just say, oh, that fucking jabroni, or whatever the fuck his last name is. That fucking clown.
Jablowski,
yeah. What did I say? Jabroni? Yeah, they're all jabroni to me. Yeah, that fucking jabroni. Yeah, like, how he's such a race, how he's a clown, how he's such a dinosaur. But you are complicit when you're allowing that shit. You allowing him to walk around with a badge and a gun. You know how he feels. You know he ain't shit.
Yeah, they're all in on it. They knew that this was gonna fucking happen. Like,
I watched on that video. They stood there as them guys ran in.
Didn't do shit, man.
I watched that guy snatch his jacket off and turn his hat around and didn't get. He should have had a lot of daylight through him. I should be able to see right through him. Like, damn, they put fucking 7 holes in him that quick. Yeah, you took your jacket off. Damn, that's tough, boy.
They got away with murder, basically. With the cop.
Somebody should be charged with that.
They got away with murder. Yeah.
If a white woman
they should definitely be charged. Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a black guy. There was probably one token black guy with him. If a white woman died within a fucking 7-mile radius of a black man, you are a suspect.
There's that one black dude sitting there like at the in the fucking is in the office and fucking just standing at the top of the steps looking for a stimulus check and shit. That was him. He gonna be the one to go down for it.
Yeah. It might be the cop that was running. You say he was a black dude. They might charge him.
They promoted him, man. He's
right.
good. He's good forever.
Damn, you're right.
He's good. I wish I knew that dude's name, but he went from running.
We don't put his name on that whiteboard when the fucking shit happened. His face.
Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was just a show, a catch-up show for Capitol Hill.
We got some sports. Phillip Rivers retired today. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer or not. I say no.
We're going to do that next episode. Sports next episode. Sports next episode. We're going to do that one. This one was just basically about...
We'll do all Buckeyes.
about Capitol Hill, episode 1 and the sequel. And, how it just basically... just a big-ass disappointment that was. Yeah, just talk about that, man. And we just... Hopefully we made you laugh at this bullshit. Hopefully we made you think. Hopefully we made you a little bit more aware
of what's happening. The Brooklyn Nets when we do the sports. So if you like the Brooklyn Nets, get ready. Because that shit is doomed.
We'll have another one coming up for y'all, man. But yeah, we'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.
Gliding like I'm a roller skate with dudes who work Section 8. While y'all let me just work the block off a minimum wage. But if you was smart, you knock off your boss and get you a raise. So fire away, here come the heavyweights with the Mo-Dog stats batch. But